Hey everybody, Sean here, and I hope you're doing well. Yes, you read that title correctly, so let's jump right in. Creflo Dollar is known for being a prosperity preacher and the infamous teaching on sowing financial seed to reap an increase. He's got a decadent mansion and a $65 million jet as well. And by now you may have seen the headlines that Creflo Dollar has repented from his false teaching on tithing. But did he really repent? Let's take a look.
I want to start off by saying to you that I'm still growing, and that the teachings that I've shared in times past on the subject of tithing were not correct. And today I stand in humility to correct some things that I've taught for years and believed for years, but could never understand it clearly because I had not yet been confronted with the gospel of grace.
Now, he does sound sincere, but this is his first confusing statement. The gospel of grace is the gospel, the good news of salvation by grace through faith. And if he hasn't been confronted with the gospel of grace until this point, he's not actually saved, nor does he understand what the gospel of grace is. But let's continue.
Which has made the difference. I won't apologize, because if it wasn't for me going down that route, I would have never ended up where I am right now.
This is the second problem. He won't apologize for this false teaching that has robbed people of millions of dollars. Justin Peters did a video and is rightfully angry in it because, as most know, Justin has cerebral palsy and has sat up front at Creflo's meetings where he preached on sowing a financial seed for healing. That's absolutely horrid and unbiblical, and yet Creflo won't apologize.
But I will say that I have no shame at all at saying to you, throw away every book, every tape, and every video I ever did on the subject of tithing, unless it lines up with this. I've done some corrective teaching in the last 10 years, but not to the degree of what we're getting ready to do now.
I'm sure we'd all agree, throwing away all his false teachings on this topic is a great idea.
So why is this important? Because religion is sustained by two factors: fear and guilt. And if it's one subject that the church has used for a long time to keep people in fear and guilt, it is in that subject of tithing. And it has to be corrected, and it's got to be corrected now. I may lose some friends, preachers may not ever invite me no more, but I think I've already been through that, so it doesn't matter.
Now, he goes on to correctly teach why tithing is not in the New Testament or under the New Covenant, and you can see many videos correcting false teachers on this topic in the tithing playlist here on Revealing Truth. But we have to remember that Creflo also teaches that we are little gods. If he's truly repenting of his false tithing teaching, we'll see it play out in the future, and we can only pray that God would correct him on his other false teachings as well. But we've heard Benny Hinn repent and then just go back to his old ways. And we've heard Todd White repent and then continue with all his tricks and continued support of some of the worst false teachers out there, like Kenneth Copeland and Benny Hinn. So whether Creflo is sincere, time will tell. But I find it hard to believe any of these millionaires that would hold a selfish fundraiser to buy themselves a jet worth $65 million. And when they say God told them to do this, I'm not buying it. But hey, maybe you've got some thoughts of your own, and if so, leave those in the comments below. And until next time, take care and God bless.